Hello. So, about the cross, Kreuz. It is not a Christian symbol. Well, of course it is now. But the cross is much older than Christianity, of course. And these crosses, the crosses that us Germans like to use, are certainly the heathen pagan cross. The Christian cross is like a long one in the middle. You know what I mean? It would go down longer, and the top would be shorter a little bit. That is the Christian cross. But even so, Jesus was not hung on a cross if he did exist. I do not believe he existed at all. You know, my mother was Catholic. I went to church as a child, although my father and his side of the family were all, pagans forever. But even on my father's side, we still pretended to be Christian for the sake of not being persecuted and being able to do business with others, because most people, of course, were Christian. And so we were baptized Lutheran. So I had Catholic mother. I knew a bit about Lutheranism because that is the fake religion we used to before me. I'm the first in my family to be open about paganism, except for, of course, during World War II, while it was openly accepted to be a pagan for the first time in Germany in a long time under National Socialism, because the whole idea of National Socialism was to phase out Christianity and return to natural programming, paganism, our own paganism. But anyway, back to the Kreuz, the cross. It is the symbol of the wizard or the shaman, or whatever word you prefer to call them. People who, would be shamans and that was their symbol. You know why? Because it is balanced. Balanced. The Christian cross is not balanced. And like I said, Jesus, if he did exist, was certainly not named Jesus, because the letter J did not exist until, I think it was the 1400s is when the letter J was invented. So that is 1,400 years after Jesus' supposed death. And also, the Romans hung people on a letter X, or a capital, uppercase letter T. They didn't hang people on, or crucify people on lowercase letter T's like these kind of crosses, or the cross that they always show the picture of Jesus on. So, and also the city of Nazareth, where, Jesus of Nazareth, all the stories, right? It did not exist until at least, and this is probably not even correct, but they're thinking there may be a possibility it started to begin existing 135 years after Jesus' death. So, and that is the earliest. Many other people say it did not exist until 200 or 300 years after. So that again is, a big blow to the did Jesus exist story, and I just don't believe it at all. I believe it was completely made up by the Romans in the year 324 AD or 25 AD. I mean, even in the first 100 years, many writers on that would write all about, Israel, or, what is today Israel, that area, Palestine and Jerusalem and all that, and nobody ever once mentioned anyone named Jesus. Not even for 100 years after his supposed death. And all the other mentions of people named Jesus really have nothing to do with what the Jesus in the Bible is. I don't think they were the Jesus in the Bible, and I doubt their names were Jesus, considering the letter J did not exist. But maybe something similar. I think they would spell it with a letter I or something, I was reading somewhere. But, so, Yeah, I have no belief in the Abrahamic religions at all. I mean, first there was Judaism, then it became Christianity, and then it advanced again, and Judaism advanced into what is today known as Islam. So all of them stem from the same religion of Judaism, and I just do not believe in it. Their god Yahweh, Yahoo, I don't know how to say the fucking god's name, but Yahweh or something like that, and Jehovah and all that, and just what a sick idea to be born bad, to be born not good, to be born with sin. It's terrible. In paganism, all paganisms, doesn't matter where you are in the world, you are born to be the best you can be. And the cross in all paganisms, doesn't matter where you are in the world, was a symbol of balance. And that is what the shaman or the wizard or medicine man or whatever you want to call him, he would do that. He would bring balance to the tribe, the folk. So, the Kreuz, the cross, when you see it, especially the one us Germans use, the Iron Cross, or, we always tend to use the pagan cross. You almost never see a Christian cross, used by Germany, because we understand, even though we've been forced into Christianity through murder, and we fought it all the way, us Germans, we fought it. I mean, read about the Saxon Wars. Nobody fought the Christians as hard as us Germans did in what is today northern Germany. But we always subconscious or unconsciously, we make decisions like that. It could have been the Christian cross. No. We've always stuck, even today, we stick with the pagan cross. And yeah, most people have no idea. But it's unconsciously it is happening. Unconsciously we keep our pagan traditions alive. Just look at Christmas. It's all about Yule. All the traditions are pagan. Almost none of them are Christian traditions. And also, it's just in our nature. It's in our unconscious. It's in our collective racial unconscious of our racial souls to do things like this. Just like how we created the name God. Godin. We called Allfather Woden for a while in certain areas Godin with a G. G-O-D. And it stuck till today. Everyone says God. But that is Godin. So when all these Christians pray to God, they are praying to Allfather Godin. And they don't know that either, but unconsciously they maybe do. But Godin is sick of it because you're praying to him and asking him for all this crap like a Christian, and he has no time for that. He wants to empower you to do for yourself. You don't bow down and beg him to do things for you. It is nothing but an insult in his mind. And Allfather Woden hates Christianity. I have felt his fury whenever you go in a trance and you visit Allfather Woden and you ask him about Christianity. It is pure, just absolute, what a waste of 1,000 years for our folk. But we are awakening again. So that is about the Kreuz. Tschüss.